Have you ever stood up from your favorite chair and felt like your legs just didn't want to move? No injury, no real pain, just a strange heaviness. Maybe it takes a little longer to tie your shoes, or your walk to the mailbox leaves you more winded than you expected. You might think, well, I'm just getting older. But what if the real reason isn't age? It's what's on your plate. Right now, millions of seniors are losing muscle strength without realizing it, not because of illness or inactivity, but because of certain everyday foods that slowly chip away at your body's power. These aren't junk foods or greasy takeout. In fact, some of them are often seen as healthy. Doctors call this condition sarcopenia, a gradual decline in muscle that begins after 50 and speeds up if we don't protect ourselves. But here's what most people don't know. What you eat can either feed your strength or quietly destroy it. In this video, you'll discover 5 common foods that could be weakening your muscles and stealing your energy, even if you're staying active and eating right. Each one will surprise you. And if you stay until the end, you'll learn about the 5th food, which many seniors consume daily, without knowing it's affecting not only their strength, but their sleep, balance, and recovery too. This isn't about cutting out everything you love. It's about making simple swaps that protect your strength, support your independence, and help you stay active in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Because strength isn't just about lifting weights, it's about being able to stand up without holding on to something. It's about walking without fear of falling. And most of all, it's about living life on your own terms. Comment 1 if you've ever felt a little slower, weaker, or more tired than usual. And if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button. We drop weekly videos full of elderly advice to help you stay strong, sharp, and independent for years to come. Let's dive in, starting with the first food that might be quietly weakening your muscles. Number 1. White bread and refined flour. It's a quiet morning. You're in the kitchen. The sunlight is warm, and you reach for that soft, familiar loaf of white bread. Maybe you toast a few slices, add a little jam, and sip your coffee while the day begins. It feels comforting, something you've done for years. But what you might not realize is that this small daily habit could be silently working against your muscles. White bread, along with foods like regular pasta, pastries, and even some crackers, is made from refined flour. And here's the problem: during processing, almost all of the fiber and essential nutrients are stripped away. What's left is a carbohydrate that your body digests extremely quickly, basically turning it into sugar within minutes. That sudden spike in blood sugar triggers a surge of insulin, your body's storage hormone. But over time, this process causes chronic low-level inflammation in your body, and that inflammation is like rust slowly eating away at your muscle strength. Doctor explains that refined carbohydrates create a roller coaster inside your body. Blood sugar goes up, crashes down, and the whole time your body is in stress mode, inflammation builds up, and your muscles pay the price. Even more surprising, eating too many refined carbs makes it harder for your body to actually use the protein you eat. So even if you're having eggs or lean meat later in the day, your body is too busy fighting sugar crashes to focus on muscle repair. Over time, muscles shrink, joints weaken, and something as simple as climbing the stairs can leave your legs trembling. That's exactly what happened to Harold, a 72-year-old retired truck driver from Nebraska. Every morning, he had 2 slices of white toast with jam and coffee. Over the years, he started feeling more tired walking to the grocery store and couldn't figure out why. His doctor told him it wasn't just aging, it was inflammation caused by his daily breakfast. Compare that to Martin, 75, who made a simple change. He swapped white bread for sprouted grain toast and added an egg on the side. Within 2 months, he noticed he didn't need to grip the railing going up the stairs anymore. "I just feel more steady," he said. "I thought I was losing strength, but I was just feeding myself the wrong fuel." The fix isn't to give up bread forever. It's to choose smarter carbs. Swap white bread for whole grain or sprouted varieties. Try chickpea or lentil pasta instead of regular spaghetti. And always pair your carbs with protein, like eggs, chicken, or fish, and a healthy fat like avocado or nuts. This stabilizes your blood sugar and gives your muscles the nutrients they need to stay strong. Comment 2 if you have white bread in your kitchen right now, or if you've already started switching to healthier grains. And don't go anywhere, the next food might be sitting in your fridge, and it's something many people believe is healthy. Number 2. Fruit juice. Picture this. It's a quiet morning. Breakfast is on the table. You've got your toast, your coffee, and a glass of orange juice that feels like part of a healthy start. After all, fruit juice is natural, right? It says vitamin C on the label, and it tastes fresh and sweet. But what many seniors don't realize is that this common drink may be doing more harm than good, especially to your muscles. The truth is, fruit juice is missing something critical: fiber. When you eat a whole orange, the fiber slows down how fast the sugar hits your system. But in juice, all the fiber has been removed. What's left is a concentrated dose of sugar that floods your bloodstream within minutes. This sugar spike leads to a rapid drop soon after, and your energy crashes, sometimes leaving you tired, shaky, or craving more sugar just an hour later. Even worse, that cycle of sugar spikes and crashes triggers inflammation in your body and puts pressure on your liver. Over time, it can lead to insulin resistance, where your cells stop responding properly to insulin. This is a serious problem because insulin helps shuttle nutrients, like protein, into your muscles. Without it, your muscles don't get what they need to stay strong. Let's look at Evelyn, 68, who loved her morning juice. For years, she had a glass of orange juice with breakfast, thinking it helped her immune system. But gradually, she noticed that she felt more drained throughout the day. A short walk around the block would leave her winded, and by mid-afternoon, she needed to lie down. Her doctor eventually pointed out that her morning juice was causing constant blood sugar swings, and those swings were draining her energy and her strength. Now meet Ruth, 70. She also used to drink juice daily, but after a friend shared some information with her, she decided to blend whole fruits instead. Now she starts her day with a smoothie made from spinach, blueberries, banana, and flaxseed. Unlike juice, the fiber keeps her full and her energy level steady. Within a month, she noticed her legs didn't tire as easily, and she felt more balanced while doing chores or walking up the stairs. The solution isn't to give up flavor, it's to keep the fiber. If you love fruity drinks, try blending your fruits into smoothies instead of juicing. Use fruits like berries and apples that are lower in sugar, and always keep the pulp, or go for simple, refreshing alternatives like lemon water or herbal teas. These choices hydrate your body, protect your muscles, and give you steady energy throughout the day. Comment 3. If juice has been part of your daily habit. It might seem innocent, but small changes like this can make a big difference in how strong and energized you feel. Now let's move to the third food, and this one often hides behind the word protein, even though it may be quietly wearing your muscles down. Number 3. Processed meats. Think about the last time you made a quick sandwich. Maybe it was ham on white bread. Or maybe you added a few slices of bacon to your breakfast plate because it tasted good and felt like a treat. Processed meats, like bacon, ham, sausages, and deli cold cuts, are everywhere. They're fast, convenient, and often thought of as a reliable source of protein. But here's the truth. While they may be high in protein, they're also packed with ingredients that quietly work against your muscle health. The danger lies in what's added to keep these meats looking fresh and lasting longer. Processed meats are loaded with preservatives like nitrates and nitrites, as well as excess sodium and unhealthy fats. These compounds create inflammation inside your body, the kind that doesn't cause pain right away, but slowly damages healthy muscle tissue over time. And the more frequently you eat them, the more that inflammation builds up. On top of that, processed meats often contain saturated fats and sometimes even trans fats, especially in lower quality varieties. These fats can reduce blood flow by narrowing your blood vessels, making it harder for oxygen and nutrients to reach your muscles. That can leave you feeling fatigued faster, sore after light activity, or struggling to recover after simple chores like gardening or walking through the store. Let's talk about Dennis, 74. He's always been a meat lover and made sandwiches with deli ham or turkey almost every day. It seemed like a reasonable lunch, but in the last year he noticed he couldn't carry his grocery bags like he used to. His arms felt weaker, and climbing stairs left him short of breath. After a checkup, his doctor encouraged him to reduce processed meats and try fresh alternatives instead. Compare that to Charlie, 76, who had a similar routine, but changed it after reading about the risks. Now instead of bacon or cold cuts, he grills chicken breast or cooks salmon. On busier days, he makes egg salad or adds canned tuna to his salad. Not only does he feel stronger, but he also says he recovers faster after activity and doesn't feel as stiff in the mornings. "I didn't think food could affect how my joints feel," he said, "but it really does. The good news is, you don't have to give up meat, you just need to go back to the basics. Choose whole food proteins, like eggs, grilled chicken, turkey, or fish. Even adding in some plant-based options like lentils or beans can support your muscles without the damaging extras. Keep it simple, clean, and fresh." Comment 4 if you have bacon or deli meat in your fridge right now. It's easy to reach for what's familiar, but your muscles deserve better fuel. Coming up next is a green food most people believe is one of the healthiest, but in one form it might be blocking the very minerals your muscles need most. Number 3. Processed meats. Think about the last time you made a quick sandwich. Maybe it was ham on white bread, or maybe you added a few slices of bacon to your breakfast plate because it tasted good and felt like a treat. Processed meats, like bacon, ham, sausages, and deli cold cuts are everywhere. They're fast, convenient, and often thought of as a reliable source of protein. But here's the truth. While they may be high in protein, they're also packed with ingredients that quietly work against your muscle health. The danger lies in what's added to keep these meats looking fresh and lasting longer. Processed meats are loaded with preservatives like nitrates and nitrites, as well as excess sodium and unhealthy fats. These compounds create inflammation inside your body, the kind that doesn't cause pain right away, but slowly damages healthy muscle tissue over time. And the more frequently you eat them, the more that inflammation builds up. On top of that, processed meats often contain saturated fats and sometimes even trans fats, especially in lower quality varieties. These fats can reduce blood flow by narrowing your blood vessels, making it harder for oxygen and nutrients to reach your muscles. That can leave you feeling fatigued faster, sore after light activity, or struggling to recover after simple chores like gardening or walking through the store. Let's talk about Dennis, 74. He's always been a meat lover and made sandwiches with deli ham or turkey almost every day. It seemed like a reasonable lunch, but in the last year he noticed he couldn't carry his grocery bags like he used to. His arms felt weaker, and climbing stairs left him short of breath. After a checkup, his doctor encouraged him to reduce processed meats and try fresh alternatives instead. Compare that to Charlie, 76, who had a similar routine but changed it after reading about the risks. Now, instead of bacon or cold cuts, he grills chicken breast or cooks salmon. On busier days, he makes egg salad or adds canned tuna to his salad. Not only does he feel stronger, but he also says he recovers faster after activity and doesn't feel as stiff in the mornings. "I didn't think food could affect how my joints feel," he said, "but it really does. The good news is, you don't have to give up meat. You just need to go back to the basics. Choose whole food proteins like eggs, grilled chicken, turkey, or fish. Even adding in some plant-based options like lentils or beans can support your muscles without the damaging extras. Keep it simple, clean, and fresh." Comment 4 if you have bacon or deli meat in your fridge right now. It's easy to reach for what's familiar, but your muscles deserve better fuel. Coming up next is a green food most people believe is one of the healthiest, but in one form it might be blocking the very minerals your muscles need most. Number 5. Coffee. For many people, coffee is more than just a drink, it's a daily ritual. That warm mug in the morning, the aroma in the kitchen, the comfort of a slow sip before the day begins. And to be fair, coffee in small amounts can offer some benefits. It boosts alertness, contains antioxidants, and helps with focus. But for seniors, especially those drinking multiple cups a day, coffee may be doing something unexpected, slowly draining your strength. The issue lies in how coffee affects your body's hydration and mineral balance. Caffeine is a natural diuretic, which means it causes your body to lose more fluids through urine. Along with those fluids, you're also losing important minerals, especially calcium and magnesium. These minerals are critical for muscle function, nerve health, and preventing cramps or spasms. If your body is regularly being drained of them without enough replacement, you may begin to feel tired, twitchy, or weak. Caffeine also impacts your hormones. It raises levels of cortisol, the body's main stress hormone. While cortisol can be helpful in small doses, chronically elevated levels break down muscle tissue over time. That's especially true if you're drinking coffee on an empty stomach or using it to push through stress and fatigue. On top of that, coffee, especially in the afternoon, can interfere with sleep, and it's during deep sleep that your body produces growth hormone, which is essential for muscle repair and recovery. Less quality sleep means slower healing and a gradual loss of strength. Take Nora, 73, for example. She had developed the habit of drinking coffee throughout the day, 2 cups in the morning, one after lunch and another in the evening while watching TV. Over time, she noticed her legs felt heavier and her sleep became more restless. She often woke up feeling sore and stiff, but never thought it could be her coffee. Once she cut back and only had 1 cup in the morning, after breakfast her sleep improved, and she stopped waking up with that aching sensation. Now meet Gladys, 75. She was a longtime coffee drinker too, but she made a conscious shift. She now limits herself to 1 cup after breakfast and switches to herbal teas in the afternoon, like chamomile or ginger. I thought I needed coffee to stay sharp, she said, but I didn't realize how much better I could feel without the crash. Her energy became steadier throughout the day, and she said her balance and strength during her morning walks noticeably improved. The key isn't cutting out coffee entirely, it's being smart about when and how much you drink. Limit yourself to 1 or 2 cups in the morning, ideally after you've eaten something. Avoid drinking it on an empty stomach or too late in the day. And don't forget to replenish those minerals, add more cooked leafy greens, almonds, chia seeds, or even mineral water to your routine to support what coffee may be quietly depleting. Comment 6. If coffee is part of your daily life, how many cups do you usually have? It's often the little habits we don't question that make the biggest difference. And now, let's wrap up everything we've learned and talk about the small changes that can help rebuild your strength, starting today. Let's take a moment to step back and look at what we've uncovered. 5 ordinary foods, things that feel familiar, comforting, even healthy, could be the reason your body feels slower, weaker, or more tired than it used to. They don't shout their effects, they whisper, they chip away at your strength, one small bite, one sip at a time, until one day you wonder why climbing stairs feels like lifting weights, or why your legs tremble after a short walk. White bread and refined flour offer almost no nutrition, just sugar that fuels inflammation. Fruit juice gives you sugar without fiber, spiking and crashing your energy, all while starving your muscles of proper nutrients. Processed meats, though convenient, are loaded with chemicals that cause internal stress and reduce your ability to recover. Raw spinach, though rich in nutrients, can block mineral absorption if eaten too often uncooked. And coffee, beloved, comforting coffee, can quietly drain your minerals and disrupt your sleep if not managed with care. But here's the encouraging truth. Your body is always ready to respond. Even now, in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, your muscles are capable of growing stronger. Your energy can improve. your balance can return. It doesn't take an extreme diet or intense workouts. It starts with awareness, with choosing better versions of foods you already enjoy. With swapping the bad fuel for good, one meal at a time. Remember Harold and Martin, Evelyn and Ruth, Dennis and Charlie. Their stories are more than examples, they're proof that it's never too late to change the direction of your health. Sometimes, a small decision, like switching your bread, drinking a smoothie instead of juice, or cutting back on afternoon coffee, can create real visible change. So now I ask you, which one of these 5 foods surprised you the most? Was it something you've been eating for years without question? Something you thought was healthy? Comment below and let us know. Your comment might just inspire someone else to make a change too. And if you found this video helpful, share it with a friend, a spouse, or someone in your life who could use a little strength today. Because aging doesn't have to mean shrinking, slowing, or giving up. With the right information and small daily choices, you can thrive, strong, steady, and full of life. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit subscribe. We share real, practical elderly advice every single week, tips that support your body, your energy, and your independence. Let's age smart. Let's age strong, and let's keep moving forward, one better meal at a time.